for it. Okay, ladies. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to do this interview. It took a lot to get the ladies together because there's so many things going on with all markets. You know, we're getting close to the holiday season, and I just want to say how grateful I am that Agnes, you're taking the time, and Rachel taking the time to be part of December's Strong Max Women. This is our last training segment for 2021, and you are it. So I'm so excited to have you part of this. And I know we just finished some amazing conventions. There's so much excitement going on, and I know everybody's going to be super passionate to hear your stories. We're going to start in Puerto Rico with Agnes Magalles, because she's actually home taking care of her grandma. So we want to be able to get the first 15 segments in with her. Luz, thank you for doing the translation, because I know that that you want to share your heart, Agnes, and I know that English is your second language. So ladies, Agnes she's a career woman. I mean, when I met her I remember the first time I saw you on stage, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a fireball. You just had so much passion and love and energy for people. It was amazing. And I didn't know a lot about you, but I'm learning more and more. She's a mortgage broker. She's a personal trainer, and she's got 9 years experience with Max International. And she is a diamond leader, just leading the way with all the women. You're totally inspiring us through social media and every time we see you. So I'm going to ask you some simple questions, and I really want you to share deep from your heart, because it's important that women know the truth on how we build this business. And I want you to speak from your heart. And I know you will anyways, but I want you to go deep for the women, because often we hold back. So what was your greatest personal joy in reaching your rank? That moment, you remember that moment when you reached your rank? How did it feel? What was the biggest joy for you in that process? You're on mute.
¿Entendiste, Anneli, la pregunta?
Sí, que cuál fue el momento más impactante cuando llegué a mi posición, ¿verdad? Okay.
Sí.
Thank you, Tammy, for this word. I'm very excited to be here with Strong Max Women in Puerto Rico, and I'm care for my grandmother, and I'm very happy because this Saturday is the last Saturday for the Strong Max Women in the world, and I see the different Strong Max Women in different parts of the world. It is good for this opportunity in Max International. First of all, when I go to the diamond, I'm very sad. I'm very different, emotional in my heart, because my grandma is here, Luz, my teen, and I remember this position for me is very important because inspired, and my teen is possible. It's possible. Make your goals in this opportunity, and in this time, I think in different time with difficult in my life. First of all, my family don't support me in this opportunity. Second, my friend don't support me in this opportunity. And for me, it's very shocked because in this moment, I think, oh my God, nothing the people I love is with me in this opportunity with my vision. So I'm very sad in my first of all months in Mass International, but for me, the most important for my position is inspire another woman, another young woman. It's possible. It's possible. You have mother. You have wife. You have a different position in your life and build this business. And for me, is the most important. Inspire another woman is possible. Make your dreams, make your goal, and different role in your life. Understand?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. You're capturing me, because I know how much you work hard for your team and inspiring them that they can do the same. And so what was your biggest challenge in getting up to this rank? What was your biggest challenge in the whole climb? Because we all know it takes a lot to get to bronze, right? That first step has got to be the hardest. And then from there, so maybe share with everybody where your biggest challenge was through the process.
Well, the first challenge in this opportunity for me is believe in my potential, is believe about me, because when I start in Max, I'm very young, 21 years, 22 years. And the people, when I share the opportunity, have 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And I think, oh my God, I'm very young. How inspire this woman or transfer the vision for this opportunity? And I'm very shallow, don't believe in my potential. The people in my around don't believe in Max. So I think, well, for me, it's possible. Build this business. It's possible in the future. Get the Diamond Associate in Max International. And the second in this opportunity is my upline. Don't build this business. Nothing. My upline is, I don't know what it is. I don't know where. So when this happened, I talking with Luz, and Luz, oh my God, Luz, I don't have upline, and I learn more, I teach more, because for me it's very important, because I believe in math. I don't care my upline is down here and don't believe in math, but I believe in math, and I going build math for a lot of years, because I have the vision. My grandmother have the testimony. I'm free to 20 in my 23 years. I renounced from my work. So for me, the most important in math is the time. It's the time we stay my family, we going to make exercise, we travel, we share with my friend, with the value for the time is for me the most important. And the third, I think, is the process, because I believe in math, but the people around me don't believe, don't have the mindset same with me. So for me, the most important in math is you believe in you, don't believe in the opportunity, and you build the business every day, don't matter what happened in your enrollment.
Yeah, absolutely. As you're saying that, I'm thinking, how many women are going to relate to you where their upline is no longer there? And you hear this often. And the key is to just do it and show other people that it's possible. And you're leading the way doing that. That is so amazing. Yeah, you're very, very inspiring. So when you were going through the roadblocks, when you were deep in that roadblock, I'm sure you've had challenges where you hit a rank and you went down. And then you hit a rank and then you went down and you were stuck down for a while. What did you do? What did you tell yourself? What were the things that helped you get out of that so that you could go reach your diamond? What were the biggest challenges emotionally?
Okay, Luz, translate. ¿Qué preguntó?
Ella quiere saber qué fue lo más que te, como que el tiempo que bajaste de rango, o sea que los retos te baja la estima, tú te da un down brutal, pero ¿qué tú hiciste para subir de nuevo, para seguir continuando? Que eso no deja que eso te mate, ¿verdad? Lo que tú crees en Max, ¿entiendes?
Okay,
¿Qué tú hiciste?
Perfect. Good question. But first of all, I'm read the different book, with my mindset, the focus in the business. Second, make action, because the action have the passion and the opportunity, and the action is the most important when you're going down in this business. If the third, I think, okay, Aneris, you mail bronze, you mail silver, you mail gold, you mail platinum, you mail diamond. Don't worry. When you one time, the second time is more easy for you, because you know how going to this go again. So I different meeting with my team and I say, okay, people, you believe in this opportunity, you believe in the opportunity, you believe in the opportunity, I believe in the opportunity. So go to action plan, presentation in different homes in Puerto Rico, the Zoom when the pandemic, make calls, and I'm focused on the new people because different people don't believe. When this time happened in Puerto Rico, a lot of people, I'm very confused. Your reality is not in the business. And wow, for me, it's very shocked. But I'm talking with Luz, I start again in this opportunity and don't worry, the life is same. The life is not good every day. The different day you have challenge, you have difficult, you have sad, you have happy. So in my is same. And when they happened, I remember Tammy, this leader called all my team for confused. Oh, Max is going down, Max is don't grow. And the people call me, oh, Annette, it's true. What happened in Max? And I say, don't worry, Max is going up. I'm going to next door, Simon. I believe you. And I think, okay, how opportunity you have in 10 years and 50 years, you can free financial. And the people think, I say, you can go again for work for another people with the boss, your time, don't have time for your family. Think about that. Think about that. The mind for these people is not the same for me. But when this time I'm very happy because it's for me, this time in my life, I believe. I believe I grow in my mind. And I recommend you the different people your upline is done in this business. Don't worry. The most important is your action, your preparation, education, and you going constance. And I don't know in English, use constance. My grandma is sick now, but I don't care because because consistency. Yeah, thank you very much. And for me now, these people no build Max, I'm build Max. And the different people in the life, I don't have your mindset, your vision, your dream, your big dream, because when the people have the short dream, your action is short. But when the people have a big dream, your action is big. And for me, it's important. Tell me.
Absolutely true. That is so dead on. So many people, they set themselves up so small and they don't reach. They keep hitting that wall. They don't reach the goals that they want to reach. And they when they think they put it too big, then they think it's not possible. What they don't realize is they're setting themselves up for that big thing. So thanks for sharing that, because that is so important. I find a lot of people stay small just in case, and we gotta break free from that. If we want 2022 to be our best year ever, we want to make sure that's the barrier. Break free from that barrier, right?
Yeah, I'm start again. I start again, build the business. But for me, I don't care.
I love it. And that's the way we think too. 2022, I mean, look out, Chris and Tammy, we're going here, and you coming? Yeah. Those who want to come, great. We just love to support and help people who are willing to do what it takes to get to where they want to go in their dreams and their goals. So one last advice that you can give all of the girls and even the guys that are listening in today, because we're going into 2022. So what are you doing right now to get yourself ready for 2022 that they can do as well?
Okay, Luz, translate.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sí.
¿Qué tú dirías para las próximas personas, ¿verdad? En la posición, ¿verdad? De la experiencia tuya para llegar a lo próximo, como que ya tú pasaste por eso, que tú dirías a estas personas nuevas, como ya tú puedes hablar con personas nuevas,
Mhm.
¿qué sería el propósito? Como que cómo tú podías seguir como que en ese línea de Max, no quitarte para ir seguir para adelante. ¿Qué tú le dirías a esa persona de tu parte, de la experiencia tuya?
Okay.
Paso la experiencia tuya, ya que tú pasaste por ahí.
Okay. First of all, remember when you start in this opportunity, what team you start in this opportunity, your family, your dreams, your every day I see my dream in my cell phone, in my computer, because this remember my potential. This remember when I make for this world, for help another people, for have a legacy for another woman, because when I have my children, I have the time for my children, because my mother and my father have 50 years and have depression for your boss, because your boss is very hard with him in your work. And for me, every day read different book, every day education for yourself, because the education is very important in this opportunity, because you work for different people, doctor, entrepreneur, woman, strong as woman, when I say in this Zoom. So it's very important do the education, because the education you have secure in yourself. ¿Cómo se dice eso? La educación te hace sentir segura.
Confidence. Mhm.
Confidence.
He's
Yeah,
saying that it gives you security when you have your self-education, like for instance, Tammy, Eric, Worry, you constantly mindset, okay? It gives you more security.
The second for me is every day take action. No matter what your emotional. Every day. Don't worry when you feel what the problem every time is in your life. The problem every day is in the life. The most important is your support this problem and continue. Believe in us, believe in you, in believe and your dreams, in your family. See your family every day. Remember your goal. Remember, put the day when I make your next position in this opportunity around the people saying about same for you, dream same with you. And the most important for me, for Neri Mejias, is believe in yourself, because everybody can believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself, is the most important, Tammy.
You are right. Absolutely right. So always work on that for sure. Yeah, if you want to get to the next level, you got to constantly be working on yourself. They always say, you know, the first position in your company is you, right? That's the very first position. So that's got to be the one that's got to be worked on the most, is that you, the name in that one position. That's going to build the foundation in the growth. So I am so grateful. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're busy with your grandma. Really appreciate you took the time out, and our prayers for your grandma.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Can I make?
Yeah,
can I say something really quick?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to take first of all, Annette, thank you for sharing that information. But I take away, you know, what Annette is saying that made a really great point, is that every day we all face challenges during our lives, every single day, whether it's family, work, anything. So what she's saying, she made a point that even with Max, you will, you know, it's like you turn around, put on your big panty, women, you know, put on your big panties and face what you got to do and go to the next level. Just like you do in your life, your everyday life. You know, you may have kids and blah, blah, blah. A lot of things are happening, but you still face a challenge. Okay, go to the next thing. Okay, let's go to the next thing. So what she was trying to say in reference to that is that no matter what, right now she's taking care of her grandmother. She's on the Zoom right now. She took, you know, she's taking care of action right now. And now she's going back to her grandma. You can still go through the process and continue doing what you're doing. Just be prepared. That's it. So that's what I want to say. Thank you, Agneris, for your time. Hoping your grandmother's getting better. And I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you very, very much.
Very good sharing.
Thank you, and thanks for your
Agnes, it's
contribution, Luce,
fantastic.
because that is so
Very
important.
encouraging.
Yes, thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, it is extremely important because there's always going to be challenges, always, no matter what. There's always going to be stuff on our plate, and you just got to put it aside and do what you got to do, because it's going to be there later. And you may solve that problem by earning more income, having, developing more leaders so you have a little bit more time so you can do more things. So there's so many things that you can do by just focusing on the business. So now we're going to go to the other side of the world. I've never been to Malaysia. It's always on my vision board. It's right there. And Rachel and Chris and I, gosh, we've been on many diamond trips together. Rachel she was the first first double diamond. She's double diamond with Max International in Malaysia. And she's got a powerhouse team that's so heart-centered. I love your logo. I'm going to let you share all of that, Rachel. But Rachel is an educationalist. She's a professional in the network marketing realm. 18 years, I believe you've been in the industry. She's a grandmother. She's a mother. We call her sexy grandma. She looks so fabulous. And she's full of life, full of love. And yeah, I'm just going to let you take it away, because I know you're a born entrepreneur and you got lots of insight to share with everybody. What was your greatest personal joy when you reached that level? Because that's the level that, Rachel, everybody wants to reach. That red carpet diamond, finally hit diamond. Yeah. Where were you in your mindset and your excitement, your energy around that?
Well, from the time I joined Max, my goal was actually to become a crown diamond. So that was a tall order, actually, but I knew that I will get there. Okay, but of course, in any situation and in any business, especially in the networking industry, we have to set goals. If you don't set goals, then we will never achieve. We won't achieve anything for that matter. Okay? Well, in my instance, where I actually, when I joined Max, it was actually a situation where I was already like 64, and I was actually retired, and I had enough of networking, because the two companies that I joined previously before Max, I was a crown diamond in both the companies. But the first company, 3 years, and they closed down. The second company, 6 years, and they closed down. In spite of the fact that I was the world's second highest earner in the world. And 6 years, they just closed down. And I told myself, well, to tell you the truth, networking was MLM business has never been my cup of tea. It's not because of the industry. It's a very, very noble and a very, very amazing industry. But I was having a lot of jittery feeling about this industry because of all the negative stories I hear about networkers, where they actually don't practice the right principle in this industry. And it's all more, I must make it, I must be the winner, I must be the one that's earning, I'm the one that must do everything, at your expense. And so when I actually wanted to go into this industry, I went into this industry also because, I'll come back about my diamond. Is it okay,
yeah,
Tammy?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So, but at the same time, coming into this industry, I was doing conventional business, and I to be very frank with you, I wanted to go into a business. I never wanted to be an employee. I know that being an employee is actually It's okay. It gives you the security, but it's only a temporary security. And ever since I told myself, I want to be a business lady, but I don't know anything about business. And I didn't have, a lot of rich relatives or rich parents to support me to go into a business. But I still had the aspiration, but I didn't know how. But anyway, I started off with actually selling encyclopedias, where you don't have to have capital, you don't have to have too much of, nothing, but you only need your mouth. I think that's okay. That's a good investment. And I just need a mouth. I just need to know. I just need to educate myself. And I actually did very well in that industry. And then, I wanted to be a very successful entrepreneur. And then I started my own business dealing with educational books. I went to US. I did a course in children's education and everything. And then after that, I started my own company. Conventional business. Now listen to this word, conventional business. So that is the business that everybody goes into thinking that they're going to make all the money. Yes, I did make my money. Okay, but I had to pay everybody first before I paid myself. That's sad. Okay, and on the top of it, in the year 1997, and I was actually doing international business in education. And 1997, dealing with international market, I was so badly hit with the 1997 world crisis. Oh my God, and I actually lost everything. I couldn't, you know what? I couldn't even pay my bank. I couldn't pay my suppliers, and my two partners that I had, they just threw in the towel and said, Rachel, let's declare bankrupt. But of course, one thing about me is I never give up. I'm a fighter. And that's the last thing I want to do, to be declared, to have the honorable name bankruptcy. That's not me. That's for sure. So anyway, I want to thank God that the determination that I had. Someone actually approached me to go into networking. I said, oh my God. I've never joined any networking before, in spite of the fact that there are a lot of big companies that's doing well, but I never went into it. But in this instance, I had no choice. I said, why don't I try? Because I had no choice. I had to pay off my bank and everything, I said, okay, I went in. And I was surprised that, I did it. And I became a crown diamond in that company. And I was able to actually, pay off whatever little debts that I had and everything. And then the company closed down after 3 years. Oh my God, And then in the meantime, there was another company, an Australian company, was actually opening up in Malaysia. It's a Malaysian company. I was there for 6 years. And of course, became successful again. I was the world's second top earner in the world. And after 6 years, the company closed down. And that was when I was 64 years of age. And I told myself, enough is enough. Number one is, well, I've made my money from nothing. Number two is, my health was in bad shape. Number three, I was obese. I was sick. I said, okay, it's enough. Enough is enough. You see, in my travels, I used to travel in my business, in my second MLM company. I used to travel all over the world. I went right up to Brazil. I went right up to even Fiji, and I all over the world I went. And then when I went to Fiji, this particular pastor was there, and I attended his church, and they were worshiping under a tree, under a shade, and that's where I was doing very well. And I told her, what's the building doing there? It's all, not in good condition. It says there's a problem. So I built that church for them. And it was this particular person, after so many years, connected me to Max. You see, But of course, when I was actually connected to Max, and of course I had a call from corporate office, telling me, talking to me, we are going to do Max, da. I said, well, to be very frank with you, I'm just obliging having this conversation with all of you because of this pastor. But to be very frank with you, I'm not interested to go into another MLM business. But what changed my mind? What actually changed my mind? I was invited to go for a medical symposium to Singapore. And but when I went for the medical symposium to Singapore, you see, I'm very, very particular about the company I joined and the product. For me, the first thing is the product must be really, really, really authentic. And the second thing is, of course, the company must be a genuine company. So went to Singapore, attended the medical symposium. Wow, that was the first time in my 64 years I've heard the word glutathione. I've never heard of this word glutathione. Can you imagine that? And then, okay, and then of course I didn't even commit, I didn't make any decision. So what I did, I came back to Malaysia. I spoke to some of my medical doctor friends and some of my relatives who are in the medical line. And this particular doctor told me, Rachel, my God, do you know what you have got yourself into? Do you know that this is actually a multi-million-dollar product business? I said, really, doctor? He said, yes. So do you think I should join this company? He says, Rachel, go and join and I will join you. So, and then of course, so after that, of course, a lot of things actually happened. And Malaysia was not even started. Malaysia was not even in the picture, And of course, I know of a lot of people who wants to open up Malaysia, but I think they rejected it. But finally, of course, we had one of the corporate people who actually came over to Malaysia and spoke to me, and I actually said that yes, I am willing to start this business in Malaysia. But the sad thing is, how long will you take to get started in Malaysia? The corporate person told me, Rachel, it will take 2 years. I said, what? 2 years? I said, yes. Because in Malaysia, it's not as easy as other countries. You got to get a license to start the business, an MLM business. You've got to have a license to have an MLM business. This is to protect all the associates. Number two, to register the product will take how many years? Another 2 years. I said, so what do I do? And of course, the person who actually sponsored me doesn't know anything about the business. Of course, finally I said, okay, I'm willing to take the challenge. You see, anything that we do, the word challenge is very, very important. You take the challenge in a positive way. I said, okay, you're going to tell me you're going to take 2 years, I will take that challenge. But I'm going to get it started in Malaysia. So got registered in US. And you know what? I got some key people that was with me before in the previous company. And they all decided to join me. Wow. So I told them, company, you need 2 years. No product. You still want to join me? I said, Rachel, we know who you are. You're the top leader. And you have made the decision. We respect your decision. And we registered with US. And you know where we get our products from? From US. All our products came from US. And we had so much of problems with the customs. But did all these things actually affect our determination to build? No. Because once, that's me lah. I'm actually they call it a bulldog. Okay, I'm actually a bulldog. You know, a bulldog, when you bite something, you never let go until you get a flesh. So I'm that kind of determined person. If I make a decision, that's it. No office. So what I did was I converted one of my shop houses block into an office. Spent about 100 over 1,000 Malaysian ringgit. Renovated the whole place and everything because I wanted to show my people that I am serious. Are you with me? And in the first month, I hit my goal. I think that the number of calls I received from US was like, oh my God, it's unbelievable, and all my people also became bronze and so on. And it was after 2 years. Of course, we have to do the business shouldn't be too aggressive because we're not registered, the products are registered. We had to do things very slow. But finally, in 2014, company was registered. And the product was approved. We did our first launching in 2014 October, and I hit my diamond.
Wow. Your determination is so inspiring. I remember how it all rolled out, and I remember hearing about you. I didn't know you, but everybody was talking about you. And finally I got to meet you at that diamond retreat in Thailand. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, I tell you, and my motivation was also actually to attend the diamond retreat.
Yeah.
And I told myself that I will make sure that I attend every single diamond retreat. And I think so far I've made it happen so far. I'm so glad that it happened. Okay.
And
so
I'm going to go off these questions a little bit, Rachel, because I'm looking at the time, and I
okay,
really
sorry.
No, it's perfect. It's excellent, because people need to hear what it takes, because often you hear people complain because their market's not open. Well, if you're hungry enough, you find a way. You find a way to lead. You find a way to get things done. And Rachel is a perfect example. And don't make age an excuse. I mean, that is.
Yeah, I'm 73, okay?
I know. Amazing what you've accomplished. So your story is always inspiring. And every time I meet you at a diamond retreat, I always want to hang out with you. Because I learn, we have fun together, and I learned so much just listening to you. But a lot of people don't know you, Rachel, and you went through some recent challenges. So we really missed you at this year's diamond retreat. I wanted you to share that with him, because people need to know you. I mean, we all talk about the power of what we have in our hands, but I would love for you to share some of your recent challenges.
But I truly want to thank God that that God actually put me in Max for a purpose, and the purpose is actually to be able to undergo the health challenges that I have actually gone through together with my family. See, it just happened that when I took my husband for his vaccination. And after the vaccination, a few days after the vaccination, I actually developed symptoms of COVID. But my husband was actually was okay. He came back home, and after 5 days, I went for my PCR test, and they confirmed that I have got COVID. But my husband was okay. But my husband was actually getting very, very weak, and I had to be admitted to the hospital to an ICU. And along the way, my son got it, my daughter-in-law got it, my nephew got it. And my husband didn't get it. He had his vaccination, but he became very, very weak. And sorry to say that, that my husband actually passed away in June. And I was actually in the ICU. He passed away not because of COVID, because of weakness, because he became very weak. And I tell you, the challenges that I actually had when I had this COVID. COVID is real. COVID is real, I tell you. And when I went to the hospital, the doctors, respiratory specialist, told my son, he said, sorry to say that we better let you know that your mom has only a 50-50 chance of survival because of her age. Yes, but they were quite shocked when they did my blood test. I had very, very, very strong antibodies, and they couldn't understand how that is possible for a 73-year-old lady. And on the top of it, I developed pneumonia. So, but when my son actually insisted and told the doctor that my mom must take max 1. Every 2 to 3 hours, 3 capsules must be given to her. And the doctor asked, what is it? I said, it's a glutathione precursor, and they actually gave it to me. So I was in the ICU for 14 days. I came out of ICU, but I developed pneumonia, and I had my lungs were so badly affected, but I came out alive. But the sad thing was, I lost my husband. And the sad thing was, I couldn't walk anymore. Sad thing was also, my eyes all became blur. And I also had I couldn't remember a lot of things. And I was on oxygen dependent for 2 whole months. I was actually in a rehab. But the doctors, when they look at me, they say, "Oh, you look okay. You look okay." And you know what? The respiratory specialist is my customer now. The rehab specialist is my customer. The heart specialist is my customer. Believe me. And they say, and then when I went to the specialist, they said, okay, I'll give you 2 weeks. I'll get you out of this oxygen dependency. And I was actually on physiotherapy and everything. And they're actually going to use me now to talk to the oldies who are there for 2 months and 3 months, and they're still not well. How great is that? So I came out of the hospital. I was at home, and then I continued with the same dosage, but I added cell duty added on. You see, but when people look at me today, of course I lost 10 kg. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Okay, but I feel well. I feel good. I got back my memory. I got back my blur vision. Everything is okay. I'm all fine. And I've started to drive, and I've started to do everything normal. But of course,
Sorry about that.
but of course, missing my husband a lot. But I think he's in a better place. And I've got my family who's actually very close to me, and they take care of me, and I've got not a problem. I've got a full-time helper who's been with me for 20 years, and she takes care of all my needs. So, what is my advice for everybody? The expenses that actually incurred for my hospital, for me to be in the hospital, I thought my insurance will pay for it. The insurance didn't pay me a cent because it's COVID. And I went to a private hospital, and I had to spend nearly about, I think, about 1,000 ringgit for my medical bills. I want to tell you this. The beautiful part of it all, although I was hospitalized, although I was not actually able to do anything for 3 or 4 months. Was my income affected? Not even by 1 cent. In fact, my income from Max actually became better and better. This is exactly what we are trying to say. This is exactly what we are trying to say. We have an amazing product, and you have a company that gives you a residual income, and your residual income does not stop. And my general manager will confirm that. In fact, she says, Richard, your income was even better. How good is that? And the top of it, we had to get a burial plot, which cost us about 50 over 1,000. Where did all this money come from? The opportunity Max International gave me 9 years ago. And I also want to tell all of you this one thing, okay? You will have an opportunity to make all the money in the world with Max, but you must make sure that you learn how to save and you learn how to invest. And that's what I did. I've invested in a lot of properties. I earn rentals from the properties. Max pays me. How network multi-level marketing company. How good is that? Am I in debt? No. Did Max stop paying me? You know how punctual Max is? They won't even miss a day when they pay your commissions. How amazing is that? How amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank God I made the choice 9 years ago to be part of Max. I also want to tell you that my husband actually got back his health with Max. He was a very sick man himself. Wow. So I'm so blessed, and my whole family is taking this product. But of course, you will face challenges with people. Look at all the goodness in the company, the product, and in others. That's all. Yeah. Even if you see just 1% goodness in a person that you meet, develop and grow, focusing on the 1% in that person, and take advantage and build. And that's what I do. I'm not interested in 99% of what I'm not interested. I'm looking at just 1% of who you are, and let me just work with you. So if we are not successful in Max, it has got nothing to do with Max or nothing to do with Max product. The problem is us. The problem is us. So and there's no argument where this is concerned. And for 2022, my target is I'm going back to the basic. I'm going back to basic with all my associates. I'm starting them again from zero. I don't care where you are, whether you're at gold or whatever, I don't care. I'm going to start with them from basic, from step zero. And I've already started from month of November and this month. And it seems to be working.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, Rachel, this is amazing. I'm so glad that you're sharing all of this and really going deep into what it takes and how powerful our products are. See, our products they don't cure, they don't diagnose, they don't treat any disease. All they do is elevate the most important antioxidant that our body makes. And right. Rachel was loaded with glutathione.
Exactly.
And that's why, yeah, it's amazing the recovery that took place. And I'm so sorry to hear about your husband. That was very, very hard to hear, because I know that he's been sick for a long time. And I remember he wasn't able to come to the diamond retreats with you. So, but
no, he has actually, to be very frank with you, my husband was a very sick person, diabetes and everything. But ever since I put him on Max, he actually came out of everything. He was a healthy man. Believe me, he was a healthy man.
And he stayed longer. Yeah.
And they took away most of his medications, and he's good. They can do cycling 500 cycles a day from a man that was in such a bad shape.
Yeah.
And I'm not I'm not saying that no, our product heals. I'm not saying that. But our product will enable all the cells to start producing the master antioxidant, which is so crucial. So my choice is, I made a choice.
Yeah.
That was in 2012. And I made a choice that I'm going to sow every one seed. I'm going to keep on sowing a seed. And I know that the seed which I am going to sow may not even grow. Who cares? I've got more seeds in my hands. And I will still keep on sowing and sowing and sowing and sowing, even if the seeds I sow will not grow or bloom.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you guys have that mindset of we're just starting over and we're going to start planting the seeds again. And some are going to grow, some are not going to grow. Don't get emotionally attached to it and just keep going. And that's something that you've done, and I've seen you do it. And I know that every single one of you on this session, or maybe you're seeing it Facebook Live, or maybe you're going to catch the recording of this session. And I'll make sure I put the recording out to all platforms because it's such a powerful session. So much important nuggets that every single one of us need to hear, and straight from Puerto Rico with Agneris. And I love the different age group, because you're seeing that, you know, she started at 21, and you know, you see the difference of you know, somebody who's building this at 64, but then you talk about the same things, everything you're doing, personal growth, you know, continue taking action, whatever it takes. Don't let the little things get you out of the big picture of what you're doing with all of this. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining me, Rachel. I know that every year we're going to bring in some more powerful women that are going to be sharing their stories around the world, more new diamonds. I mean, the whole goal is to just develop those leaders and let them thrive and let them spread their wings and develop their leadership. It's all about developing leadership. Those who develop the most leaders will be the ones that will be living abundantly. And one thing that Rachel said that was extremely important, and I hope you wrote this one down: when you make money, invest.
That's right.
Do not spend all your money, because if you're not setting yourself up for the future, then you're going to have a lot of struggle. And trust me, Rachel, Chris and I learned that lesson a long time ago. I remember we were in such debt, we were sick to our stomachs, and we said, that's enough. And we started investing, and now we're not worried at all.
And I pay my taxes in advance for the next year.
Exactly.
You know, and the taxes we pay is huge.
I know.
But that is not affecting my income. You know, that's part of the income that we put aside. And the beautiful thing is that there's no limit to how much you can make with Max. It's all up to you.
Yeah.
It's all up to you. Nobody's going to stop you. Is the CEO going to say, hey, Tammy, you're earning a lot. You better go slow down, yeah? No. She says, carry on, keep it going, go. That's it. Okay.
Yeah. So let's all go together. Let's all grow together. 2022. Let's see a lot of you shining this year. And again, at the end of the day, it's a decision. It's up to you. And we're all here to support you. So thank you again. We really appreciate all of you for being here. Enjoy your holiday season. This is our last training session with the Strong Max Women starting next year, January. I don't have the date in front of me, but it is the second Saturday of January. And we are starting, I believe, Lucy, I believe it was the 8th. And we're starting with vision board, vision. So I'll be doing that session, maybe grab somebody with me to do that session. And yeah, let's get ready. And there, the 7th, 8th. Yeah, that's what I thought. All righty. So we'll see you on that session, and spend the time with your family. Yeah, spend your time with your family because we got a lot of work to do in 2022. Okay. Okay. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye now. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody. Thank you so much.